What is up, YouTube? So this month has been an absolute crazy exciting month. I did KTLA at the beginning of the month.
Lifestyle expert Paige Hathaway, all the way from Oklahoma.
Through like this,
Okay.
and then down to a push-up, and then back up to downward dog.
Okay.
So drive through, nice.
What?
Push up, down.
And then I flew to Oklahoma City. I had my cousin's graduation. Logan, she graduated from high school. It's so crazy. I had my grandma's 73rd birthday that I flew in for. And then my little cousin Connor is having a baby. So after KTLA, I flew home to Oklahoma City to spend some time with family. And then I drove down to Dallas for Good Day Dallas.
Where are we?
We are in Dallas, Texas. We are gonna do Good Day Dallas today.
Well, you're not. You're about to have the worst day right now. What a way to start. Yeah.
Because he's gonna try and like dress you up.
The only problem. We'll just do like right leg first.
Okay. And then switch. Well, you certainly are creative. Thank you so much, Paige. Ta-da!
Here we go.
And then I rented a car. I drove up to Tulsa, Oklahoma for Good Day Tulsa.
Yeah, you want. And Aaron's gonna do it.
So,
10 seconds.
we take a
Stand by in 5,
What would you like to talk about?
2, 1.
Welcome back, Paige Hathaway, a lifestyle expert and fitness coach who is currently on the cover of Oxygen magazine. But she also has a story to tell of the perseverance it took outside the gym that helped her get to where she is today.
I want to do it.
Oh, keep,
Let's go.
let's move it in. I love it. We're gonna do
Touch your toes. Touch your toes.
Yep. So this one you're gonna do a reverse lunge. You're gonna karate kick it up. Karate kick it up. Karate kick it up. I love it. Paige Hathaway, our Instagram star, making fools of us and getting fit all at the same time. PaigeHathaway.com, also on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram.
Drove back to Oklahoma City for the News 5, and I filmed News 5, my Fit in 5 workout. I filmed that at my home gym where I started my whole fitness journey.
Here with Paige Hathaway here. We actually got her started in this very gym, right? This is where we really got into fitness.
Yeah, this is where it all started. Downward dog, butt up in the air, and you're gonna drive through, push up, and you're gonna come straight back. Nice.
And so, I pretend to. So it's basically full body workout in 5 minutes.
Yes.
And the idea is that you're
Got a breath?
Yes. Can you hear it? Yeah. Good questions are coming.
And I haven't been back to that gym for, gosh, I haven't been back for many years. So it was so cool to get back to the gym and to see Scott and to film, you know, the new segment there. So I'm actually sitting out in the car right now in front of It Rite Fitness, where my fitness journey all began. And I'm gonna show you guys the gym and you know, kind of give you, you know, a little glimpse of where I started everything. So follow me. The gym that started it all. What's up, everyone? Paige Hathaway here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today, it's pretty awesome. I'm sitting here with Scott. He is someone who really helped shape my fitness career, my fitness journey. He was the first person to actually come to me and say, hey, I see potential in you to do fitness modeling, to do fitness shows.
I actually speak about him a lot in interviews when people ask me how I got started. So it's really awesome to be sitting here with him to kind of tell you guys how it all began. And it all began actually here in this very gym. And this is his gym about, gosh, 4 years ago?
4 or 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years ago. So 2011
Yes.
is when I first walked into this gym. And 2012 is where I did my first show, and he prepped me for that. So we're gonna kind of just go over how it all started and where it all began.
Hey guys, my name is Scott Doe. Welcome to Oklahoma City. Welcome back. Good seeing
I
you.
did this.
It's been about 5 years. We've been friends for longer than that. She used to model.
Do you remember how we met? Like,
I
just mutual friends, maybe?
cut your friend's hair.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he used to cut hair
Yeah.
before he owned this
the
gym.
gym.
He used to cut hair next door,
Yes.
right?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, he used to cut hair next door, and then he opened this gym in 2011.
2011. And Paige was modeling, and I see so much potential in her. Her charisma, her personality was very outgoing. She will come up to anyone and be very spontaneous, just be friends with anyone. Great personality, and you know, you're a model. Why don't you do fitness modeling? You know, you like to work out. I think you should give this a career try.
He approached me and, you know, said, "Hey, I think you should do fitness modeling."
And you said, I don't know. Those girls are really big, and you know, they eat all the time, and I don't know anything about weights. So I'm like, no, there's nothing like that. You just gradually start, you know, toning, and you know, I'll teach you. I'll get you started and everything. And you're hesitating. You're like,
Yeah, I was like, nah.
no, I'll stick with modeling. One day you showed up, you're like, I'm ready to do this.
He was very persuasive about me doing this, and I was just like, that just sounds silly. Building muscle and
Yeah.
eating 6 meals a day, like it just sounds so silly.
But I remember this one part. We were at a different gym at the mall. It was Aspen. And I said, Paige, I can see it. I can see you on Oxygen magazine, the cover. You're like, no way. I'm like, yes, you can be on Oxygen. I can just see it. It'll take time, but I'm pretty sure you can be on that magazine. And you're like,
But I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this a shot. Like, what is there to lose?
yeah. She said, let's do it. But I want to know what made you.
So at the time, 4 or 5 years ago, I was hanging out kind of with the wrong crowd. I was going out all the time. I was not healthy at all. I'd eat 2 meals a day, maybe fast. It didn't matter really what I was eating. And I would just go out all the time, drinking, hanging out with the wrong people. And I kind of just saw my direction that I was going, and it didn't have a purpose. Like, what do I have to lose?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the main reason I approached Paige was I remember she will fly to New York, California for these model gigs, and she'll some do well and some not. You know, sometimes you explain what's your height, and the other one, you know, it's just there's so many models out there. It was just looking for a certain look, but I saw the potential in Paige because she likes to work out. She'll come to the gym. She does light cardio. That's mostly cardio. Yeah. And I say, man, this girl's a go-getter. She models and she's in the gym. She goes out with her friends, she parties, but she needs something bigger, a big goal. And at that time, I'm like, we're friends. Like, I just, for some reason, I just see this girl like, man, she can make it big. She can be on a magazine, you know.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy because
Yeah.
I was on the cover of Oxygen last month. So it's just crazy to me that like he
awesome.
saw potential in me before like I
Yeah.
saw potential in myself. Like I always like wanted something greater than what I was doing, but
It was the one thing that stood out the most. It was not giving up because there were so many gigs when you were modeling and it didn't work out for you, but you're like, I'm gonna do another one, I'm gonna do another shoot. Gil's got this, I'm gonna run over there. Tulsa got something, I'm gonna go there, and you keep going and going. I'm like, let's do that with fitness.
so I wasn't, obviously we live in Oklahoma, so I wasn't doing any crazy modeling
Yeah.
things, but I would do stuff for like small boutiques or something like that here in the city. So
But-
that's what he means by
yeah.
modeling.
But-
Nothing crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, if someone call her, someone needs something, she'll show up no matter what. I mean, how far, she'll jump in a car, a plane, whatever, she'll make it happen.
I came in here and I said, let's do it.
Let's get started.
Let's start.
So sat down, said, tell me, what do you eat? What do you eat daily? So what do you eat daily back then?
So I told him like I would eat really anything.
candy, 2 meals a day.
Two small meals a day, like baby meals.
Yeah, I didn't really have a set diet at all, and I had no idea about. I was like the person that what I thought was healthy wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
You know, like a salad from, you know, a restaurant with all of the, you know, stuff on it, you know, is healthy when it's actually one of the most high calorie dense things on the menu. I had like the wrong idea of what healthy was. I wasn't eating enough. I was the type of girl who would go to the gym, but I like to do cardio or classes. I never really like focused on body part weightlifting or anything like that. So everything was completely new to me. So we started from scratch.
We started really low too. I said, let's start out with 3 solid meals and 1 shake. She'll come back a week, she's like, oh my God, so much food. It's 3 meals and a shake. Another week came by, she said, I got it done, 3 meals and a shake. I said, awesome, let's bump it to 4. A couple weeks by, she's like, how do you eat all this? This is 4 meals, another shake. And weeks went by, and she come back, she said, done. I'm like, wow, let's up it to 5. And every week we'll up it, up the food. And then, like I said, I give her a goal, she'll smash it, she'll get it done.
I remember I was up here doing like 2-a-days. Like I fell in love with the gym. Like I was up here all the time.
You were overtraining. She should love it so much. She went from barely training to overtraining, because she ended up, that's the thing about you. Once you love it, and you just go after it, and then I'm like, wait, you're overtraining.
Slow down.
Let's slow down. So, you know, we went into more muscle building. We'll pick up muscle group and really focus on it, and then train on it. But, you know, your body was different. You know, your upper body will respond really, really fast, and your lower body took time. I had to learn her body, and she had to learn her own, and well, just back and forth, and, you know, trying to get it down. And it took a while. And then what? You said, I said, let's compete. I said, the best way to learn your body, Paige, is let's do a show. What did you say?
Well, we were gonna plan to do a show in Oklahoma.
A small show.
A small show in Oklahoma. And I was like, well, if we're gonna do a show, we're gonna go big or go home.
Yeah, and she told me, let's do Ronnie Coleman. And Ronnie Coleman, 2012, was the biggest show in Texas. Oklahoma show was 50 to 80, Ronnie Coleman was 400 to 500 people. And I was like, you picked the biggest show.
Don't make a fool out of yourself.
And what did you say?
I mean,
you said,
go big or go home.
go big or go home.
Go big or
and
go home.
we went big. So
We trained for how long for that show? Like 6 months or something?
6 months.
We trained 6
But
months.
by that time, you're doing 6 solids, 1 or 2 shakes a day. She'll train with me twice a day, and then she'll train 4 or 5 more on her own.
I look back and I'm like, how did I do that?
She'll come in here, and she'll watch YouTube channel. She's like, oh, let's try this exercise. Let's try this. She was like always excited and gung ho about it. I'm like, cool, I'm learning something new while I'm prepping
I would come
you.
in here and like just like I would like research like Chatty Denmore, and we would like you know just like I would watch everyone all the time.
Yeah, we'll watch all the girls how to pose, how to walk, their charisma, how to be on stage. And she models a lot, but being on stage, Paige had to practice. She was
completely different.
Yeah, she was actually nervous. I had to cut that word out. Like, we can't ever say that N word. No nervous on stage. And we'll practice how to pose. She'll watch videos, and then at night she'll come in here and she'll do the walk up and down, and in the mirror, turn the music up, her headphones. She'll practice.
When I decided to come in here, my whole life completely changed. Like I didn't go out anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't like do any of that, like what my life used to be. I was in the gym 2 times a day. I was researching people of like how they were succeeding and what they were doing, and we were like working so hard to, you know, achieve this goal to compete.
Yeah.
So it was really awesome.
I mean, Paige was one of my first bikini athlete, and actually I learned a lot through Paige because I just opened my gym 6 months, and I used to prep myself, but I never prepped a bikini girl. And we went through this journey together. I mean, we learned how to pose together, how to prep, how to carb cycle, how to deplete, how to carb load. I mean, how much fat to take in. I mean, it was a new thing for myself too. We had a lot of challenge. We had a lot of roadblocks too. I mean, there's many times we're like, this is not working for you. This potato's not working, or this rice. And and her metabolism is so fast. She'll eat something and she'll get veiny.
Right.
And couldn't put on the weight.
My struggle was I'm naturally very, very, very thin. So when I came in here, I had no muscle, like 0 muscle. So putting on muscle was a challenge, especially in the time that we did it in 6 months.
Yeah, Paige started at about 108 to 110. And within 6 months, we got up to what, 125, 120, 125. We did a clean medium bulk, but she'll eat. I tell her casein, I tell her shakes, the supplement. She'll just take it. She'll buy. There's a GNC next door. She'll leave, and then she'll have bags of supplements like leaving.
You told me I needed this.
Yeah, you need this, and they'll go in there and they'll tell her she needs more. She'll buy it. She'll leave with a huge bag, but like I said, you tell her something, she'll go after it. So
we trained for the show, and then I took 2nd place in that show.
Yeah.
Should have got first. We're from Oklahoma, and we're new to the competing world. So going down there, being from Oklahoma, going to Texas, it's a little political competing. So, I mean, what can you do? But second, I feel like when I got second, I got first.
Yeah.
So I was like so happy about that.
I mean, she was. I remember going backstage, and I felt bad because I saw the work, the dedication. I mean, the worst thing was coming here late at night when she was just 11, 12 p.m. a.m. She was doing cardio. She was practicing posing, and when she took second, I took it at heart too. I was like, God, I want her to win so bad. But she came back, jumped up, gave me a big hug, said, I won. Like, made me feel good. I was like, yes, you did win. Like, we did win. We went to the Ronnie Coleman and took 2nd place. I mean, the main judge came up to you and said, you look phenomenal. And I mean, there was a couple of judges came up to her and said, you look awesome. You have this look. I remember that, So
that was the beginning of competing. So after that, we were so excited to just jump right into it again.
Yeah.
So what we did was we went bigger, went home again.
Again. She said, let's go big. I said, what show? She said, USA. I said, cool. Next year? She's like, no. In 3 or 4 months. I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Remind you that this is a national show, and most people train for many, 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 many years and do many, 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 many competitions before they do a national show. So it was definitely like going to that show was definitely like, whoa, it was definitely a huge wake-up call.
Yeah.
But I mean, we trained for 4 months for that show.
Yep.
And then,
But I think you learned a lot from the Ronnie Coleman, though. I mean, it gave her more that boost confidence. I mean, you can see her stage presence. She was natural. She came up, and I mean, you can have a great body, but if you can't show your personality and that charisma on stage, you're 3rd, 4th, 5th, or last. So she had that personality on stage. I mean, the crowd loved it. She knew how to move her hair. She knew how to move her body. The audience loved her. So, I mean, go into the USA with that experience,
In the back of my mind, though, as he's saying all this stuff, I was terrified.
Yeah, but we didn't say the N word. She's not nervous. No. She's excited, ecstatic. So
that helps, though. When if you don't say I'm nervous, you say I'm excited. It actually helps.
It does change. It's all mentality. Don't ever stick a certain word in your mind, even though it's there. Block it out. Say the right words, and you will feel that.
Say the opposite of what you're feeling.
Yeah.
So we trained for 4 months. We did USA's, and then I got 12th. Which I was happy about that. Yeah,
but I want to tell the story from the USA. I remember going there, and on the Strip, there's no microwaves on these hotels. All these nice hotels, they will not bring a microwave for some reason. We'll call 7, 8 hotels. No one has a microwave, and we couldn't even find a gym because all these gyms were like $40, $50 a day.
Yeah. Day pass.
So we're like, no gym, no microwave. How will we get a pump? We'll eat cold food. And Paige and I will walk to like 5, 6 other hotels off the Strip. Like, we need a microwave to heat chicken. This is the thing about her. It's time to go. It's time to make it happen. She did. We went to every hotel there. She ended up eating cold chicken and rice.
Couldn't find one.
And she did push up and air squat in her whole room. This is a true story.
No, it is true.
It's true. So,
We had to do what we had to do.
yeah, she had to do what she had to do.
So, yeah, so after USA's, we were a little discouraged.
Yeah.
But we couldn't expect too much being my second show ever.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, you got to tell the audience this. You got to tell them about you making your business cards and passing it out.
Oh, yes.
This is the thing. It's great. I told her, like, you gotta get your name out there. You can be a competitor. You win, lose. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you have to go meet people. You have to approach people, and you have that personality. So this is the best opportunity. When you get down there, go to the expo, introduce yourself, hand your cards out. You know, tell them about yourself. She did it. She went to almost every
Yeah, I went
booth.
to like FedEx or something like that.
Yeah.
Printed out like stack of really cheap cards. And yeah, I passed them out to
Yeah.
everyone and anyone I could.
Yeah.
Which is super intimidating because like if you don't know someone,
Yeah.
like what do you say to them? You
Yeah.
just give them your card and you know, like what do you say? Like, hi, I'm Paige, I'm trying to break into the fitness industry. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But yeah, so I printed cards. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna be intimidated by this. I'm not gonna be afraid. So I literally just went up
Yeah.
to everyone and introduced myself and networked as much as I could.
Yeah. So you guys watching at home, if someone give you a goal or you give yourself a goal, go after it. It doesn't matter if you fail. You'll learn the most, you'll get more accomplished when you actually fail. So there's many times Paige fell or someone threw a card away. She said, well, to the next one. Don't ever let a failure stop you from doing anything.
After USA's, Instagram started like
Oh yeah.
happening at this time, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Well, Paige was before Instagram because this is a funny story. 2010, 2011 in Oklahoma City, Paige Hathaway were the first one to take selfies. I mean, selfies everywhere. She goes to the gym, pew, pew, pew.
and I
And
would get made fun of so
Yeah.
much
everyone in the gym's like, is she working out? She's taking selfies. Make selfies popular.
in Oklahoma.
And
Yeah, so-
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of my selfies actually went viral online, and then I just got made fun of so much for like being like what is she doing? Is she here
Yeah.
to work out, or is she here
Yeah.
to take selfies or whatever?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so selfies.
So a lot of people,
Started
first they
Instagram.
make fun of you, and they end up copying you. So
And that's one thing that really helped my journey is social media. So those selfies worked. Those things helped. Yeah, so cool. But yeah, that's kind of like how everything started. And then from USA's, and then I just started networking, and a lot of things did not work.
Yeah.
But one thing that he like embedded in my mind is just to try something else. If something else doesn't work, like we're not going to give up on this. So I mean, it's actually really
Yeah.
cool to be able to sit here with him because I speak about you a lot. Everyone's always like, how did you get started? And like, what happened for you to
Yeah.
get into fitness? And I always talk about a trainer that has his own gym in Oklahoma who honestly saw a vision in myself before I even saw it in myself. So it's so cool to be able to like sit here with you and talk to everyone
well, thank you.
because you played a huge role in my life. And I don't know if I want to say like I wouldn't be where I am today without you, but I don't know if I would be where I am today without you because you approached me and you never let me fail, and you gave me such great direction in how I should take everything, make cards, talk to people, network, you know what I mean? So
Well, it's very simple with you. I mean, I could give you a task, a goal, and you just went after it. I mean, there was nothing for me. It was like, Paige, do this. And you come back and you did it. There's a couple of times you complain, but that's normal. We're human, you know. That's when you get out of your box, it's hard. But once you're out, you know, and there's a lot of things she was very uncomfortable with. A lot of things. I remember. I mean, we can tell all these little stuff from being in your bikini in front of everybody. I mean, I had to make her pose in front of 50 people when it's busy time for her to get comfortable. I mean, she started doing it. So
yeah, that was so nerve-wracking. I remember that.
going after it. So
You got to go after it. If you have a goal and a dream, you have to go after it.
Yep.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for sitting here with me.
you're welcome. Congratulations with everything.
Thank you.
Hey, you're on Oxygen Magazine.
I know, you told me I was gonna be.
2011, we said Oxygen Magazine, and she's on it. So.
Thank you. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you next time.
All right, see you guys.
I feel like life is like testing you.
Yes,
You know, like, are you gonna give up? Are you gonna stick with it?
but we never made failure an option. We're like, nope, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make it happen.
So this is the gym. This is the front desk, obviously. This is like where I sat and like YouTubed Chatty
Videos.
Dunmore, Amanda,
Eating your chicken,
eating my chicken.
Chatty. That was our hero.
You like this one. He loved Taylor. She
She
used to compete.
yeah. She was the first pro in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, she's from Oklahoma, like Tulsa or something,
Yeah,
right?
Tulsa. All the famous people live in California.
Shut up. And then we're gonna kind of give you like a tour of everything. A tour.
It's dirty in there.
That's okay. So this was where I used to do like my posing practice. He used to like have tons of people come in here and watch me so I wouldn't be nervous when I
Yep.
was on stage. So yeah, so this is where I used to pose and take a bunch of selfies. Pose and do selfies. And then you've added a lot of stuff since
They
I've been
make
here.
you walk down here and here your pose walk.
Yeah, I used to walk down
Yep.
here in my bikini. Gosh, I hated it. I hated it so much.
And I said, think like Chatty. Think like Chatty. Remember?
Yeah, Chatty was so good. She like I used to watch her like WBFF competitions, and she had so much like charisma and like she had so much personality on stage. She was I loved her stage presence. So super crazy, but this is a picture of my first show. This is the Ronnie Coleman where we were talking about earlier, where I placed second. Oh gosh. This is like my transformation. So as you can see, my arms were so tiny, my back was tiny, my shoulders were tiny.
It only took 5-6 months actually.
And yeah, and so in 5-6 months,
yeah.
that was the Ronnie Coleman. It was a stage shot, right?
Yep.
So crazy.
Wow, look at that.
I just can't believe how skinny like my arms and stuff were.
Your legs, everything. You were what, 108, 110?
Yeah, 108.
And then you compete at 116?
Yep. Dang, you have a good memory.
Yeah. You look phenomenal there. This is a really
Oh,
good
yeah,
one. That was
so-
USA.
So this was the next show that I did, which was USA's, and we trained. So at this time, we'd only been training for competitions for like a year.
Yeah, about a year. And
So
she used to
cool.
pose, she used to walk from here back and forth. And there would be people around. She'd be in her bikini with her heels on and just walk back and forth.
He would tell me, he was like, you'd have to like, because I only wanted to like pose like at night when no one was here and stuff like that. And he was like, you need to pose in front of people. You need to like not be nervous to do that because you're gonna be posing in front of everyone at the Ronnie Coleman.
So there's a lot of things, I tell clients and athletes, there's a formula, you do this, you eat this meal, do this meal plan, do your cardio, get your name out there, and a lot of people, I have other athletes that wouldn't do it,
I mean, after me, like, so I kind of set the trend of you training. Like, he trained a ton of bikini girls after.
Yeah, she made me popular.
And then a lot of people were like, how do I get my name out there? How do I be a fitness model? How do I do this? How do I do that? And so he would tell them exactly what he told me.
Yeah. But they wouldn't do it. I mean, the same thing I told Paige, email everyone, approach people, give them your card, do a show, get on stage, get lean, do photo shoots,
He basically told me, like, no one knows who you are just right here.
Yeah.
So you have to like make them know who you are. You have to introduce yourself. You have to email them. You have to, because no one knows who you are. So if you don't do those things, no one's gonna know who you are. So he kind of like embedded that in my mind, like, oh, okay, I got to email them. So I emailed so many people.
But it goes back to this thing again. You give her a task or a goal, you just go after it. That's the same thing in life. You guys want something, just go after it. Set small goals, weekly, monthly goals, and you know, make it happen. Do it whatever it takes and accomplish it.
The bad thing about it is like a lot of people like ask him, how do I do it? And then he tells them exactly what he told me, and then they don't do it.
Yeah.
So
There's times that I didn't do it. I mean, there's many times I don't email anyone or send my cards out. So, you know.
it's crazy to me that it's just surreal that this happened 4 years ago, and
Yeah.
it's so much has changed.
It
since
happened
then.
overnight. I mean, actually, from 2012 to 2013, in 1 year, it happened overnight for you. So.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And then he would always tell me too, like it took me a long time to move to California.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I was comfortable being in Oklahoma, and he would always tell me like, you need to move.
Yeah, you want to. I said, Paige, you need to get out there even more. You need to move there. I mean, there was more gigs, more competition, more people to meet. You get sponsorship and stuff. And she said, no, this is my home. You know, I'm scared to leave. This is where I grew up. You know, I'm like, you want a career? You know, just leap. And she did.
So that's a little kind of behind the scene story of how I got started with the man who initially got me started.
But you did all the work. Well, you did everything.
Well, thank you. But honestly, I would not be like where I am today without your belief in me. Like literally, I don't like he saw, like it's crazy to me that he saw a vision in me and was like literally we would work out at another gym and he would say like, you can be on magazines, and I'm like, what?
I
No,
specifically
can't.
said Oxygen magazine,
I
and it's a
know.
crazy thing. You're on Oxygen magazine.
Crazy.
So.
So thank you. Well, thank you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe, and then if you want to tell your like Instagram and stuff like that, so people can follow you, because you post some really awesome stuff on there.
My Instagram is ScottDoe_fitness. I have a lot of tips, workout. Follow me on there, and
and then you do like online training, don't you, and stuff like that. So
a lot of clients online.
Yeah. So check out his Instagram, and then Facebook. Do you have
Scott
Facebook?
Doe.
Okay, perfect. And I will see you guys next time.
All right,
Bye.
see you guys.